you to do mincha.
Sure.
With your helper.
I just asked for you. Isn't that funny?
Hey, it's City.
Here we go. Baby. You want to go and take baby? No?
Get beginning in a moment or so just hold on. Get beginning in a moment or so just hold.
Okay, I left the light so that but I'm going to do it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, we got another minute. Okay. All right, page 1.
Ashrei Yoshvei Beitecha, Oji Halalu Hasela, Ashrei Ha'am Shekahalo, Ashrei Ha'am Shadonai Elohav, Tehillah LeDavid, Aramimcha Elohai HaMelech, Vavahashim HaLeolam Ba'ed, B'chol Yamar Rahecha, Halal Shim HaLeolam Ba'ed, Gadol Adonai Meod, Udulato Ein Heker, Dor Ledor Yishabach Ma'asecha, Uvurateha Yagidu. Tila Adonai Daber Pi, Vivarei Kol Basar Shem Kodsho Lilam Ba'ed, V'anachnu Nivart Ya, Meta B'yad Olam, Hallelujah.
Middle of page 2, please rise if you're able.
Yit Gadal V'yit Gadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalma Divrei Hirtei V'yamlich Mahutei, V'hayechon V'yomechon V'chayei Dehol Beit Yisrael. V'agala V'izman Kariv V'yimru
Amen. Hey,
Shmei
Shmei
Rabba Mavorach V'olam Le'omei Amaya. Yit Barach V'yishtavach V'yit Pa'ar V'yit Ramam V'yit Naseh. V'yit Hadar V'yit Taleb V'yit Halal Shemei D'Kudisha Barechu. Le'ila Min Kol Birchata V'shirata. Tush B'hata V'nehemata. Damiran V'yalma V'yimru Amen.
The Amida page 3B, Mario lead us to the Kedusha on page 4, then continue individually to page 9. Please rise if you're able.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'imatenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, v'Elohei Sarah, v'Elohei Rivka, v'Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor B'Hanara, El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim B'Konei HaKol, Zoher Hasdei Avot U'Mevi Goel Libnei B'Re'em B'man Shemo B'Yahava. Melech Ozer Ufaked U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Abraham Ufaked Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mehayei Metim Atah Rab Lehoshia. Mashiv Harur U'Marid HaGashem. Mehal Hel Haim B'Hesed, Mehayei Metim B'Rachamim Rabim. Somech Noflim Barofe Holim Umatira Surim Mukayem Umato Lishanei Afar. Mi Hamocha Ba'al Givarot Umi Domelach Melech Memit Umahayei Masmiach Yeshua. V'ne'eman Atah L'Hayot Metim Baruch Atah Adonai Mehayei HaMetim.
Page 4.
Nikadesh Shimha B'Olam Kashem Shemakti Shimoto Yishmei Maram Kakatuba Yad Neviyeha Karazeh Elzev Yamar. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot Melakol Aretz Kivodo, Umatam Baruch Yemeru. Baruch Kivod Adonai Mim Komo, Udvrei Kakatuv Lemar. Yimloch Adonai Le'olam El Hai Tzion L'dor V'dor Hallelujah. L'dor V'dor Nagid Galecha, Ulnetza Nitzachim Kedusha Nikdashi. V'shiva Eloheinu Mifino Lo Yamush Le'olam Va'ed, Ki El Melech Gadol V'kadosh Atam. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Again, individually to page 9.
May God keep my tongue from evil, my lips from lies. Help me ignore those who would slander me. Let me be humble before all. Open my heart to your Torah, that I may pursue your mitzvot. Frustrate the designs of those who plot evil against me. Make nothing of their schemes. Act for the sake of your compassion, your power, your holiness, and your Torah. Answer my prayer for the deliverance of your people. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock and my redeemer. May the one who brings peace to his universe bring peace to us and to all the people of Israel. Amen.
Page 10.
V'alma divrei hirtei v'yamlich malhutei hayechon uvyomechon uvayei dehol beit Yisrael b'agala uvizman kari v'yimru amen shmei rabba mevorach v'olam yomei omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudashah baruch hu leila min kol birchata v'shirata tushbahata nehemata damiran v'alma v'yimru amen tikabal sloton uvoton Dehol Yisrael Kadam Avohon Di Bishmaya V'Yamru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'Haim Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yamru Amen. Osei Shalom Bim Ramav Hu Ya'asei Shalom Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yamru Amen.
Page 11, please rise if you're able.
Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol latet gedula liotze bereshit shelo asanu k'goyei haratzot v'lo samanu k'mishpahot hadama shelo sam helkenu kahem v'goralenu k'chol ma'am Lifnei melech Malhei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch li'olam va'ed v'nemar v'hoya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz v'yom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
One is Kaddish for Mincha. Those in mourning, those who Yahrzeit Friday during the day, or anyone else would like to join in with Mary. Page 12.
Yit Gadal v'Yit Gadash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'Alma Divrei Hirtei v'Yamlich Malhutei v'hayehon uvyomechon uchaye dehol Beit Yisrael. Ba'gala uvizman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevora v'olam le'omei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitka'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithalev v'yithalal shemei dekudesha baruch le'la min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'hata v'nehemata damiran v'yalma v'imru Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'hayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru Amen. Oseh shalom bimramav, huya say shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru Amen.
Yashikoach Mary in Obsidian. Kabbalat Shabbat will be beginning on page 13 momentarily. If anyone on the live stream has an Mishaberach, please put it into the comments, and we'll be doing it in a little while. Again, Yashikoach to the two of you.
Okay, page 13. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashares, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Amlochim HaKadosh Baruch. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlochim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlochim Kadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeizchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei amlochim, kadosh baruch hu. L'chon eran enol Adonai nari, eletzu yishenu. Abrim Shana could bedor, Yama Amto Elev Haim, Vehem lo yadu dorchoi, Ashan Ishbati Viapi, Im Yavuna El Menuchasi, Shir Adonai, Shir Chadash, Shir Adonai Kol Haaretz. Lifnei Adonai kivo lishpat haaretz, yishpat tevel b'tzedek v'amim v'noso. Adonai malach yalo haaretz yismachi im rabim. Ozaru ala tzadik el Yisrael simcha simchu tzadikim b'Adonai adul zecher kadsho mizmor shul mashot haskin v'asasa choshi ala yamino ezra kadsho. Livnei Adonai kivo lishpat haaretz, yishpat tevel b'tzedek v'amim meisharim. אדוני מלך יוזעים עם ישקרום תנות הארצן. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו, השתחוו להר קודשו, כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו.
Page 20, please rise if you're able.
מזמור לדוד. אדוני למבול ישוב, ישב אדוני מלך לעולם, אדוני יוז עמו ייתן, אדוני רכס עמו בשלום.
Be seated.
לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. שמע וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד, אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם לספרס ולסהילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה, מראש מקדם ניסוחה, סוף מעשה במחשבות תחילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. מקדש מלך עם מלוכה, קומי שאי מתוך ההפכה, רב לך שבט בעמק הבכה, והוא יחמול עלייכם לו. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התנערי מיפו קומי, לבשי בגדי תפתח עמי, על יד בן ישי ביסה לחמי, קרבה אל נפשי גאולה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לא תבושי ולא תקולמי, מה תשתוכחי ומה תהמי, בך יחסו עניי עמי, ונבנתה העיר אל תילה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. והיו למשיסה שוסייך, ורחקו כל מלאייך, יסיס עלייך אלוהייך, כמסוס חתן על קלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Yamin usmol tifrotzi, viet Adonai taritzi, al yad ish ben patzi, v'nismecha v'nagila. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela.
Please rise and face the entrance to the room.
Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha uv'sahala, toch emunei am segula, boi chala. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi lekrat kala, pene Shabbat nekabela.
May be seated.
Miz Moshe Yom HaShabbos Tov L'Adonai L'Sameh L'Shimcha Elyon. I give it with the Lord. Ojenavun b'seva d'shenim ha'anim yiyu, lahagik yesharanoi tzuri, v'alvos ha'pau. Adonai Malach. Mikolos ma'im ravim adrim esperei yom, ati abramorom Adonai, edosech hananu od, leveschon navakodesh Adonai la'odach yamim.
Mourner's Kaddish, middle of page 24.
Yisgadal v'yisgadash shemei rabah, b'alma divra kirusei v'yamlich malchusei, v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beis Yisrael, ba'agola uv'zman kari v'yemru amen. Yehei shmei rabah mevorach li'olam lo me'yolmaya. Yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisramam v'yisnasei, v'yisadar v'yisaleh v'yisalal, Shmei de Kodesha Berichu, Le'ela min kol berchasa v'shirasa, tush berchasa v'nechemasa, da'amiran ba'alma v'yamru amen, Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen, Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yamru amen.
Shabbat Shalom. I will share with you a couple of words of this week's Parsha, which I found rather interesting, and I hope you will as well. The very interesting event that takes place in this Parsha is the wrestling of Jacob and an angel, which, by the way, in itself, it conjures up really an unimaginable scene, because how do you wrestle on an apparition, a non-entity? There's no flesh and blood in an angel. How do you wrestle with him? Different question.
It's God's will.
Okay. Anyway, so here's the obvious thing that happens. They wrestle. Before he lets him go, he says, your name will no longer be Jacob. This is, he says, your name shall no longer be Jacob, but Israel, for you have striven with being divine and human and have prevailed. This is what the angel says. Later on, after the encounter with Esau, towards the end, after the episode of Dinah, once again, God says to him, your name shall no longer be Jacob, it should be Israel. So there's several problems with that perspective, because if your name is no longer Jacob, how come we're constantly calling him Jacob? Even your Amidah, when you pray, we call him Jacob everywhere, right? And the other thing is, of course, that this is not a simple change. Like, you know, Abraham's name was changed with a letter. Sarah's name was changed with a letter. You add the hey. So here, the entire name is changed. It's like you're no longer who you are, but you're somebody else. And again, you know, it happens to him twice. The angel, and then God tells him the same thing twice. So there's an interesting question as to why and what's the significance of that. So there are a couple of people who want to offer reasons for it, but none of them are really quite sufficient, at least not so far as I'm concerned. One of them one commentary suggests that it's like in the future you will be called, you will be Israel, you won't be, you know, that Israel will be established, etc. It doesn't make a great deal of, doesn't hold a lot of weight, but, you know, people look for explanations. So what the explanation that I have looked at, and which makes a lot of sense to me, and it comes from a great source, is that in order to understand the name change, you have to go beyond the words, beyond the text, and think of it as character, that the name Jacob and the name Israel suggests a character. And let's begin with you have to really look at Midrash, because there's no text information that'll explain any of this to you. So the question is, you have to understand Jacob. Now, Jacob is a twin. And for any of you who are twins, is anybody a twin here? No? Twins have a unique relationship. They want to be each other almost. There's actually a psychological term for this that I don't recall what the term is. But there are psychologists who speak about the envy of brothers. They want to be each other. They're so close and they want to be each other. Jacob is an example of this. Think about Jacob's life. He begins by, when he's born, what's the first thing he does? Holding on to the heel of his brother. Next thing he does, in the story he buys his brother's birthright. He wants to be firstborn. Then what does he do? He wears his brother's clothing during the blessings. He wants to steal his brother's blessings. And when Isaac asks him, "Who are you?" what does he say? "My name is Esau." So during his entire persona during this entire period reflects on a certain behavior. What's that behavior? It's kind of, I don't know who I am really, or who I want to be. I'm looking, I'm searching. And that in itself is what, it's not atypical of twins, by the way. It's supposed to be a very common, I wish we had a twin here who could kind of either vouch for or contradict me.
Well, Mary's sister's a twin, so she
Well, you can't, yeah, you don't know what their emotions may. It might be interesting to find out whether or not, or look at their history, but, you know, maybe you don't want to get into that with family. So anyway, the point is that the name Jacob signifies this kind of nishtahin and nishtaher, as we say in Yiddish. You're neither here nor there. You're kind of confused. You're not really sure about where you are, what you want to be, and what you're eventually going to be. So when the angel says to him, "You will be called Yisrael," there's a greater significance in that change. It not only changes the name, but it essentially changes the persona. The character changes as well. Technically speaking, the word Yisrael is actually, you can vouch for this, Yair. The word Sar from Israel, Sar means prince, royalty, and Yashar means upright. Right? So there's already a change in the character. You will now be an upright individual. You will be a prince. So this is so essentially what the angel is telling him is, don't be the kind of person you've been. Don't be so hesitant. Don't be so unsure of yourself. Take a position and be strong. Be yourself. And so now we get back to the original question. So, okay, if that's the case, why are we continuing to call him Jacob? If the idea is that we should be, he's changing because the suggestion is that he should be a different kind of human being, why are we continuing to use the word Jacob in all our texts and all our and we name kids Jacob, right? We name our children Jacob. So why? So the commentary is very interesting. He says that Jacob represents a certain part of Judaism or Jewish people where they are unsure of themselves, just like Jacob was. They're unsure. They live in a society where they feel awkward. They don't feel that they belong. They're not sure. And what happens sometimes when you feel that way? Historically, what happens is over the years, Jews have either retained their identification, they've remained who they were, or what very often happened was that they started to inculcate themselves into this new society, the Hellenistic period, the Greek period. Even Josephus later on became, he held on to he supported Judaism, but he also changed. The idea is that the personality of Israel, of Jews, has always been wavering. It's never been sure of themselves. They've been hesitant. They've been easily influenced. And even I would suggest even in today's society we can make that argument. Jewish people have succeeded immensely. Their success in terms of politics, in terms of finance, in terms of every area of life has been tremendously successful. Their Judaism, however, has not always accompanied that success. Their Judaism has faltered. And part of that reason is because of their need to want to belong, our need to be part of a society that isn't ours. And that is a show of, that's Jacob. The unsureness, the not knowing who you are, that is what Jacob is. So we continue to use Jacob in our prayers. Why? Because we haven't totally gotten away from that. Our society, the Jewish society, continues to not be sure of themselves. We still are weak about retaining that. We don't have the sense of what Yisrael suggests, which is that power, that sureness, that definitiveness. And essentially, what the comments of that angel is saying to him: let your name not be Jacob, but Israel. When you are afraid and unsure of who you are Jacob. When you are strong and in yourself, and you're comfortable with yourself, then you are Yisrael. So the personality change accompanies the name change, or the name change creates it. Okay.
Bob,
Yeah.
the name Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, those seem to be names that I assume other people have had around that era.
Not necessarily.
Anything
Not necessarily. Why would you say that?
Why would they have different names?
Well, because they are, Abraham, for example, as God gave him the name Abraham.
But he was Avram before.
Yeah, well, it may or may, yeah. And Isaac is a name that may be strictly something that Abraham decided on, and Jacob as well.
My question is, were there other people, anything the commentators say, were there anybody else named Israel?
I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt whether the word Israel was introduced that early. There wouldn't have been any reason for it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so. But anyway, that's a good question. I don't think so. I mean, whether or not the names that Jacob gave his kids, well, I don't think, you see, people didn't give names on the basis of other people giving. If you read the text, when each of the members of the tribe were born, there was a reason for naming that, because of. There's always a line, I name him this because of, because God did this or God did it. So my assumption is that all of the names that were given, Yitzchak is given because of the laugh, right? So it's not, I would think that other people did not. The other societies did not necessarily have these names. No, I do not. Okay, so anyway, that's the story about the Jacob and Israel differences, and I think it's kind of an interesting thing to remember is that they do reflect, they do represent more than just a name. All right, Kaddish D'Rabbanan, you want to do it?
Page 27.
If you're able to, please rise for Kaddish Rabbanan. Yisgadal v'yisgadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Balma divra kirusei v'yamlich machusei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beis Yisrael v'agala uv'zman kari v'yemru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach li'olam l'mei almaya. Yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yisba'ar v'yisramam v'yisnaseh v'yisada v'yisaleh v'yisalal shmei d'kodeshah b'richu le'ela min kol birchasa v'shirasa tushbechasa v'nechamasa da'amiran ba'alma v'yimru amen. Al Yisrael v'yal Rabbanon v'yal Talmidei v'yal kol Talmidei Salmidei v'yal kol mon di oskin b'yaraisa di ba'asra hadain v'di b'chol asa v'asa yehei lahon ulachon shlomo rabba china v'chista v'rachamin v'chayin arichin u'mezona revicha u'v'rkona min kodem avuhan di v'shmaya v'yimru amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim tovim oleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu berachamav yaseh shalom oleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen.
Page 28, please rise if you're able.
Baruch Hu Esonai HaMvorah
Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam V'ed.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Yolam V'ed.
Just a reminder again, if you're on the live stream and you want a Mishabera, please put it into the comments now.
Okay, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Umavir yom evi laila, umavdil ben yom ven laila, Adonai tzava'o shemo, El chai v'kayom, tamid yochleinu imloch aleinu olam v'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari v'ravim. Yavas olam beis. Yavoscha al tosim memenu l'olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. V'ahavta eis Adonai Elohecha, v'chol levavecha, v'chol nafshecha, v'chol modecha, v'hayu hadavarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha, hayom alevavecha, v'shinantaham levanecha, v'debarta bam, v'shiftecha v'veisecha, uv'lechecha v'derech, v'shavecha uv'komecha, v'kishatom la'os al yodecha, v'yulutotafos b'neinecha, v'chisavtam, almusasos b'eisecha, uv'hisharecha. It looks frozen.
What?
Is the picture frozen?
No, you're good on here. Huh?
Okay. Adonai Elohech. Okay. Umalchuso b'ratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe v'nei Yisrael l'chanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha be'elim Adonai mi chamocha neda b'kodesh nora silo so seifele malchus charuvanecha b'kei yom l'fnei Moshe ze'liyanu v'amru Adonai yimloch לעולם ועד, ונהמה כיפודו אדוני יעקב, וגלת מיחד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. השיבנו ישמעו צאצאינו ואינו לחיים ושלום יהיה טוב יד עולם ופרוס עלינו סיכה שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפרס סיכה שלום עלינו על כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Please rise. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael es ha-Shabbat לעשות es ha-Shabbat לדודתם בריס עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל es ha-Shabbat לעשות es ha-Shabbat לדודתם בריס עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל עוז לי עולם, עוז לי עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל es ha-Shabbat לעשות es ha-Shabbat לדודתם בריס עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמים ואת הארץ ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדודתם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדודתם בריס העולם. ישראל וישקדש מרפא, ועלמוד דברה קורסי מלך מלכוסי, בחייכם וביומכם חי לכל בית ישראל, והגול זן קרי וימרו, אמן. יש מרפא מפורח לעולמו מעלמיה, יסברך וישתבח ויספרעה וישרמם ויסנשא, ויסעדה ויסעלה ויסעלל שמי לקודשו פריחו, לילה מכל ברכסה ושירסה, תשבחסה ונחמסה, דאמירם בעלמא וימרו, amen. If you're able to, please remain standing for the Amida, beginning on page 35A or 35B, and until page 38.
Page 47, please rise if you're able.
ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, ויחלליהם ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה, Yivarech Elohim Hashem Hashivi Vayikadosh Oso Kivo Shavas Mikol Malachto Asher Bara Elohim Lasos Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu V'Elahei Aviseinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor Nora Eloyon Konei Shamayim Va'aretz Mogein Avos Bidvoro Mechaye Mesim B'Mahamoro Ha'el HaKadosh She'ein Kamohu Hameniach Liyamo B'Yom Shabbat Kodsho Kivam Ratza Lahaniach Lahem Kivam Ratza Lahaniach Lahem Lefonof Navod B'Yerov Afachad V'Nodeh Lishmo B'Chol Yom Tamid Me'on HaBrochos El HaHodos Adon HaSholom Mikadesh HaShabbos Morech Shvi Umeniach B'Kodesho Lamdu Shnei Yoneg Zecher L'Masei V'Reishis Eloheinu Elohei Avosenu V'Seinu Choseinu Kadeshenu V'Sosecho V'Sein Chalkenu V'Sorosecho Sabeinu V'Tuvecha V'Samchenu V'Shosecho V'Taher Libenu Avtecha B'Emes V'Anchileinu Adonai Eloheinu B'Yavor V'Tzon Shabbos Kodshecho V'Yinucha V'Yisrael M'Kedeshei Shemecha Baruch Atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbos Yiskadal v'yiskadash mirabo v'alma divra kirseim l'chmalchusei b'chayech v'yomech m'chay l'chol beis Yisrael b'charozan kari v'imiru Amen Yesh mirabo mevorach l'momei omayo Yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yisbarach v'yismam v'yisnasei v'yisadav v'yisalev salal shmei l'kudesho b'richu leila mikol b'ruchasa v'shirasa tishbachasa v'nechamasa da'amiran b'alma v'yimiru Amen Teskabal Tzolosanu V'Shon Tochol Yisrael Karma V'Chon Divishmaya V'Imiru Amen Yehei Shlomo Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imiru Amen Oseh Shalom B'Imromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imiru Amen.
I'll do Misha Baruchs, 144.
Okay.
Finally remembered. If anybody here has a Misha Baruch, when Murray pauses, please. Yeah, here's a.
144.
Yeah. Again, when Murray pauses, please say the name.
Okay. Okay. Mi Shabbat Achavos Abraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Sarah Rivka Rachel Leah Hu Yivarech Rapei Esach Cholim Rivka bat Bela, China Yael bat Rivka, Davida Kayla bat Rivka, Gittel bat Vivachana, Monica Mosenson, Gillian Blackman, Susan Cohen. Okay. So Hava Golda Rivka, Leah, Nevisara bat Golda, and Dr. Chava bat Chamaya Sheva, Yankov ben Chayim, Shubel Chanadina, the Klosim in Nabata Bela Haskil, Johan Israel ben Ukraina, Yana ben Eliezer, Brachazava bat Chaike. Yehuda bat Leah, Yehuda Kente bat Miriam, Tzvi ben Eser v'Zef, Yisroel ben Moshe v'Hene, Malka bat Leah Fekel, David Pinkus ben Malka, Anshel Gevalia ben Rivka, Shimon Atam ben Zipporah, Yeta Gittel bat Asura bat Chaya Shandel, Rhea bat Heiser, Eruslasi ben Yemen ben Malka, Yaakov Chaya Halevish, Bob Sharash, Lawrence Nuhas, Chaya Yeda bat Bela, Chana bat Simcha, Roberta Graf, Tzatli Yosefa bat Celia, Michael David ben Malka, Gato Herasasko, Aryeh ben Zipporah, Avram Elchanan ben Chava, Yosef Yaakov, Penina bat Chana, Chanaliyah bat Gittel, Avram ben Gezar, Yaliyah bat Aram Visara, Yudit bat Gittel, Carol Simon, Carl Pagola, Maria bat Rachel, Yitzchak ben Amelia, Pesha bat Pearl, Malka Miriam bat Dina, Yisrael ben Ephraim, Masha Vigel bat Asher, Hatsha bat Lipa, Bracha bat Minerva, Raziel ben Sedi Vaheshel, Eliana Chava bat Sarah, Chana bat Hadassah, Evan Lloyd Shapiro, Josh Burke, Arthur Grelitzer, Helen Katz, Larry Goldstein, Rivka bat Bela, Chana Yal bat Rivka, David Kela bat Rivka, Gittel bat Zavahana, and Shauna Liba bat Miriam. V'yes kol cholim b'kol kedosha hakodesh baruch hu yimalei rachim aleihem lachizokam l'arpasam v'yishlach lehem mehera refuah shalem min hashamayim refuah hanefesh refuah haguf v'so shachalei Yisrael shavasi Malis O, Kugurufu, Walkerova Lavo, Hashtoba, Gozen Kari, Vinomar, Amen. God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, so Rebecca and Rachel, bring healing to those people we prayed for this evening, and for all of our congregants who are ill, and for all those people suffering from COVID and other illnesses, and to also help those people who tend to them. And may healing be at hand, and let us say, Amen.
Page 51, please rise for Elena if you can.
Okay. Oleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, l'seis gedula yotze b'reishis, shelo wasanu kigoyei haratzos, v'lo samanu k'mishpachos hadama, shelo sam chalkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamanam, v'anachnu chorim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. שנת השמיים וסדר השמיים. Kakosuf besoresecha Adonai yimloch v'yalam va'ed v'nema v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz bayom hachu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. On this Saturday, December 10th, corresponding to the 16th day of the Hebrew month of Kislev, we commemorate the yahrzeits of the following people: Sandra Bucher, aunt of Robert Simonson; Henry Cordova, father of Carol Ginsberg; Ida Gelfand, grandmother of Sheila Hofstadter; Sarah Greenberg, grandmother of Glenn Greenberg; Ethel Itkowitz; Alta Kunov, mother of Noah Kunov; William Muster, Susan Seltzer, mother of Diane Pudell, and Maurice Weinstein. May their memories be full of blessing. If you are a mourner, or if you have yahrzeit, or if you just wish to join us in saying the Kaddish, if you're able to, please rise, turn to page 52, and repeat with me. Yes Gadal v'Yes Kadash Shemei Rabbah Balma Divra Kerusei v'Yamlich Malchusei B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beis Yisrael v'agola uv'zman kari v'yemru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach la'olam l'omei Olmaya Yisbarach v'yishtabach v'yispa'ar v'yisramam v'yisnasei v'yisada v'yisalev v'yisalal Shmei d'kodesho b'richu le'ela min kol birchasa v'shirasa Tush b'chasa v'nechemasa da'amiran ba'alma v'yemru Amen. Yehei Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yemru Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yemru Amen.
Yashakoach Murray, Yashakoach Mary. Thank everybody for attending, either in person or online. Services actually tonight at 7 o'clock, family friendly. So if you'd like to come to another service, either in person or I believe on live stream, please attend.
We're not friendly?
We're not. We're very friendly. It's an ultra. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., in person and live stream, a chakra service. We also have junior congregation at 10 o'clock. 4:45, line stream only, Marva and Havdalah. Sunday morning, 9 o'clock. In person and live stream, but if you want bagels, you got to be in person. During the week, normal schedule, 8 p.m. at night. Sunday night live stream only. The rest of the week in the morning, Monday morning, in the evening, Monday through Thursday, in person and live stream. Friday, 4:15 again, and in the morning, 9 o'clock, live stream only. Again, have a good Shabbos to all. And here's Murray again.
Page 53. Yegdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach nimtza v'yein eisel metziuso echad v'yein yachid keyichudo Nelom v'gam ein sof liachdu so, ein lo demus haguf v'yeino guf, lo nahadoch elov kedusha so, kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra, rishon v'ein reshis l'reshi so, hino adon olam v'chol notza, yareg gedula so u'malchu so, shefanavu waso nisano, elan shezegula so v'sifato, lo kam b'Yisrael kemo she'od, no v'yumabit es temuna so, Torasem es nasan liyahamo el, al yad neviyon eman beso, lo yachalifa el v'lo yamir daso, Liolamim lezula so, sofer yodeya sisareinu, mabit lesof dava bikat moso, gomeli ish chesed kemi follow, no sein l'roshara kerisha so, yishlach lekesi yamin ben shichenu, leave those machake kates Yeshua so, mesim yachayel berov chazdo, baruch hadeyat shem tehila so, mesim yachayel berov chazdo, baruch hadeyat shem tehila so. Shabbat shalom, good Shabbos.